The infamous question, what happens after we die? If you haven't asked yourself that question yet, you're so lucky, because I've had so many existential crises in my life as a recovering addict, as a mother, as somebody who has lost 30, 40, 50 people to addiction, to brokering, to cancer, to a lot of things, right? So in life, we lose people. As a child, I didn't lose that many people, so I didn't ask these big questions until I'd say maybe in middle school. I started to question philosophy, why we were here. I started to get into it, but by the time I hit 18 and I started working in a nursing home and seeing people pass away constantly and worrying about my own mortality, I started to deep dive into these questions. What happens after we die? We all have our own beliefs about what happens, right? We all have our own religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, maybe even atheist beliefs. But the foundation of those beliefs is almost sometimes our own fear, right? Like we need something to hang on to so that we believe there's something more to this. My own belief is more spiritual. I do believe in God. I believe there's a place we go after this. I believe we have a higher power. I believe everything is foundational to love. I believe in treating other people how you would want to be treated, and that this life is a lesson and we have a path. And if we stray off that path, we may end up in a place we're not meant to be. And I do believe, with the chances of being alive so low right now, that we're here for a reason. That's my ultimate belief. So I'm not angry for the things I've been through. I have learned from them, and I want to be able to give back because of them. As many of you know, I was an addict, and I was sent to Florida at 19 years old and shuffled around like cattle. I was given substances to relapse. I was homeless. I was abused. I was left on the street. I was with somebody who was separated from me multiple times because they were making money off us. I was a dollar sign. Before that, I had really bad relationships. I was using. I was not a parent. I was angry. I was unhappy. My soul was in pain. I felt like a robot. I felt like there was nothing. I had no hope, and I only had a glimmer of ambition left. And that little glimmer told me that this was not my life. That life was not me, that I needed to go through that, because I knew from the time that I was 6 years old that I had a purpose in this world. I have always known I had a purpose, whatever that was. And I tried to find it multiple times, many times actually. So first, I thought my purpose was to save animals. I'm a vegetarian. I believe in life being respected, and I really feel horrible if anything gets hurt or killed, whether it's a bug or a person or whatever. And as a child, I quit eating meat at 9 years old because I really loved animals and I didn't believe in killing. So then I decided to go for PETA, and I started sticking stickers on all the lockers, and I thought that was my purpose. Then as I got older, I started to think maybe I was supposed to be an activist for, people that were in healthcare reforms. I was looking into that. And then I became, into drug addiction. I started to think maybe it was like a Christian thing, because I grew up in Christianity. Maybe I was meant to do something with that. And then as I went through my addiction, I lost hope that I had a purpose in this world, and I did not like that. That was the first time in my life I felt like I couldn't use my voice. I didn't have a purpose. Nobody respected me because I did not respect myself. And finally, I'm sitting in that jail cell, after all this was over with, and I'm like, I get it. My higher power has been sending me these messages all along. I don't believe we always have one purpose. And right now, I'm trying to fulfill this purpose to speak to you. I did try to help people to get into Medicaid-based treatment centers that I was not connected with around here because I wanted people to find help. But right now we're starting to see all of these issues leak into other centers as well, and there's a lot of fraud and a lot of loopholes that people get into to try to make money, no matter what we look at. No matter what system we're in. But the recovery system is really hard to navigate, and I have tried my best. I've gotten burnout, I've gotten tired, but I've used my voice as much as I could and as much as I can to reach people that we do have power. We can get better and fulfill our own purpose on here on earth. I know life is painful. I have extreme anxiety. I wonder about life and death constantly. I go through periods where I'm extremely depressed. I've lost a lot of people. I get to places where I can't stand the idea of losing more people. But at the end of the day, we are so powerful. And we have to use our voices, whether we write it down, we shout it from the rooftops, whether we show it in our actions, whatever way that is. There are people looking up to us one way or another, and we have to do it for them. We have to do it for ourselves. We have to sometimes just put ourselves first so we can do it for them. But you can always get better. There's always a way, and I believe anybody can get better. Even if I'm resentful, even if I'm mad, I still feel like even those people I don't like can get better. So use your voice, use your power, and everything else doesn't matter. Use love. Love is the answer. And I still don't have those answers about life, but I will keep speaking. I will. I will keep going. I will keep using my voice. Please use yours. Try to find love in your heart. I know it's hard. It's hard for me too. But there is love for everyone else and for you. And no matter what race we are, no matter who we are, we have to learn to come together and quit dividing and love one another. Things may only get worse from here, but we will find a way out together in humanity. We can fight this fight, not just on addiction, but on, the evil going on in this world. We have to find love in it. We have to stick together. We have to treat one another kindly, no matter what they believe in. And when all this is said and done, hopefully we'll all have the answers to what happens after we die and where we go. All right, bye guys.